All I'm trying to do is go out the door. Y'all see this on camera. I'm trying to leave out the door, get away from the situation, and make things better for me. But I can't seem to go. Can you please get off me? I'm asking her twice.
I'm asking you to
Can
sit
you
down.
please get off of me?
Okay, I'm asking you to sit down.
Can you please get off of me?
Gary, please don't put your hands. I'm begging you, please sit down, Gary. Please don't leave me. Please.
You see this, right?
Gary,
you see this?
please,
I'm
stop.
trying to go.
Please.
I'm trying to go.
Look at me.
I don't want to be with you.
I will give you whatever.
I don't want nothing from you. I want to be away from you.
Gary.
This is the most intelligent thing any man could ever do. It's to show proof that you didn't resort to violence because, as I used to say, women are liars. She might lie against you to win in the divorce court. I can relate this to my own life. I had been married for about 2 years and things seemed to be going well. My wife had always been quite secretive about her phone and computer usage, so I was naturally suspicious of her behavior. She would often leave the house without telling me where she was going or why she needed to go out so late at night. After months of suspicion, I finally decided to confront her about it, and that's when she broke down and confessed that she had been seeing someone else behind my back. It felt like a huge betrayal, but I knew that if I wanted justice, then I needed more than just a confession. I needed evidence. So after much deliberation, I decided to install tracking software on all of her devices so that any suspicious activities could be monitored in real time. This wasn't an easy decision as it meant invading her privacy, but it was one that had to be made if I wanted proof of her infidelity. After installing the software, it didn't take long before evidence started pouring in from all directions. Text messages, emails, pictures, all pointing towards one thing. My wife was indeed having an affair with another man. Now armed with undeniable evidence of my wife's betrayal, I knew what had to be done next, recording everything for use as legal proof in court if necessary. To do this, I set up several cameras around our home and even installed a few hidden ones in some strategic locations around our house too, just in case. With these cameras running 24/7, any suspicious activities between my wife and her lover would be recorded automatically and stored securely on an external server, which only myself and my lawyer would have access to. With all the necessary evidence now securely recorded away for safekeeping, it was time for me to take action against my cheating wife by filing for divorce proceedings. Of course, this wasn't easy as there were a lot of emotions involved, but thankfully with the help of friends and family, as well as a good lawyer, we eventually reached an agreement on how things should move forward from there on out. In addition to filing for divorce proceedings against my now ex-wife, there were also other actions taken against her, such as taking away joint bank accounts and assets, cancelling joint credit cards, and many more. All these measures were taken not only as retribution against her infidelity, but also as protective measures against any further financial losses or damages caused by her actions moving forward. Ultimately, though despite all the pain and heartache caused by catching your spouse cheating on you, sometimes justice can still prevail if you are willing and determined enough fight tooth and nail for it. And while no amount of money or punishment can ever replace what has been lost due to such betrayal, at least knowing that justice has been served can provide some semblance of closure and peace moving forward into a new chapter in life.
Neighbour caught the awkward moment. This husband came home to find his wife cheating on him.
Just for the charity shop. It's not my f***ing shit. That's not how you put stuff on a washing machine. Charity shop. No one.
This man's wife belongs to the street. Here's how it all went down. The woman inside that building was caught cheating on her husband and tried hard to deny it. Little did she know that the husband was already 3 steps ahead of her. The woman in question had been married for 5 years and had 2 young children. She was leading a seemingly happy life until one day her husband discovered that she was having an affair with another man. He He found out through suspicious text messages he found on her phone and confronted her about it. Initially, she tried to deny it, but eventually admitted to the truth. He was understandably hurt and angry, but she begged him for forgiveness, claiming that she had made a mistake and wanted to make things right again. This situation is not unique, as infidelity has become increasingly common in today's society. It can cause immense pain and damage to relationships, especially when one partner feels betrayed by the other. While there are no easy answers or solutions, it is possible to move forward if both parties are willing to work together and forgive each other for their mistakes. In this case, the husband was understandably hurt by his wife's actions and initially refused to forgive her or even discuss the matter further. However, after much discussion and pleading from his wife, he eventually agreed to give her another chance if she promised never to do anything like this again. She agreed, and they moved forward with their lives together, albeit with some trepidation from both sides due to the trust issues that had arisen from the incident. My take is, the husband should have divorced her. She'll still do it again. Let her go? Or what do you guys think?
I worked hard in my bachelor's and in my life to have a career that I'm going to very much love. I'm going to be financially dependent, and I can do things on my own. And
Don't care, still don't care.
Men don't give a fuck about how successful you are. Yes, we don't give a fuck. Hell, you can be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. We don't give a damn. We'll still rate you based on your attractiveness. That's the cold hard truth a lot of these women refuse to accept. Men are a success object to women, while women are beauty objects to men. Let me dive deeper to why men don't care about your degrees, Karen. The first reason why men don't care about a woman's career status or educational level is because they are more focused on physical attractiveness than other qualities. Men are often programmed to be attracted to women based on their physical appearance rather than their intellect or accomplishments. This means that even if a woman has achieved great success in her career or education, it won't necessarily make her more attractive to a man. Another reason why men don't care about a woman's career status or educational level is because they are more interested in short-term relationships than long-term commitments. Men tend to be drawn towards sexual relationships with little thought of long-term commitment or investment in the relationship. This means that even if a woman has achieved great success in her career or education, it may not lead to any kind of meaningful connection between her and a man she is interested in. Finally, men tend to be intimidated by successful women who have achieved high levels of education and professional success. They may feel threatened by such women because they know that these women have accomplished something that they themselves have not been able to do. This feeling of intimidation can lead them to dismiss any potential connection with such women without giving them any chance at all. That guy clearly wasn't even trying. These women need to understand that men and women are not on the same level when it comes to physical abilities. This particular topic has been debated for centuries, and it's time we finally put this question to rest. For centuries, men have been seen as the stronger sex, while women were perceived as being weaker or less capable. This is largely due to traditional gender roles that dictate what each gender should be able to do or not do. For example, men were traditionally expected to do heavy labor or work in dangerous jobs, while women were expected to stay home and take care of domestic duties such as cooking and cleaning. These ideas have been entrenched in our culture for so long that they remain even today, despite many advances in gender equality over the years. On top of these traditional beliefs about gender roles, there are also biological differences between men and women that contribute to their physical strength disparities. Men tend to be bigger and heavier than women, which gives them an advantage when it comes to lifting heavy objects or engaging in physical activities such as sports or weightlifting. Additionally, men typically have more muscle mass than women, which helps them generate more force when engaging in physical activities. So let's end the debate and accept biology.
It's the women and the children that are always protected first. It's the men that are sent off to war. It's the men that are more disposable. As a man, like I said, you have to become and a woman can just be. So it's like society doesn't care about you until you become something. And nobody wants to talk about that. And I think we should talk about it. The reason we should talk about it is because I think the dynamics between men and women would just be better. Like I think that with healthy masculinity, femininity can thrive in that kind of space.
This woman understands the pain we're going through. Men have it way worse than women. Men have been facing difficulties since time immemorial. From being expected to take on dangerous jobs that put their lives at risk every day, to having more stringent expectations when it comes to masculinity and strength, men are often put under immense pressure just for being who they are. This pressure can often lead to depression, anxiety, and even suicide in some cases. There is also a lack of resources available specifically tailored towards helping men deal with issues like mental health problems or domestic abuse. This means that many men feel as though they don't have any outlets through which they can seek support or advice during difficult times. All of these factors combined create a situation where many men feel as though they are being treated unfairly or neglected by society as a whole. One of the biggest issues faced by men today is the lack of representation they receive in media and popular culture. For example, when you look at TV shows or movies, you will usually find that the majority of characters are male, but their stories rarely focus on gender-specific issues such as toxic masculinity or mental health struggles unique to men. This lack of representation can be damaging as it perpetuates negative stereotypes about what it means to be a man and makes it harder for young boys growing up today to find positive role models who share similar experiences with them. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. See you next time, cheers.